do another call on another wonderful topic called on another wonderful topic called the importance of persistency and consistency. So in this one, we'll be asking Annie about constancy, and persistency. So basically now it is loading as you can see. So when it will be loaded, we'll begin. It's taking a lot more time than I expected. We're gonna wait a little long. Mm, it's taking a lot of time. Connection failed. Please try again. Guys, let's do today with ChatGPT then, cause that is not working. So let's do with ChatGPT. Okay. Let me just share my screen of ChatGPT. So now you can see my screen. So yeah, let's begin. Yeah. Hi, today I'm here to discuss on another wonderful topic called the importance of persistence and consistency. So basically, I would be asking you a question and you have to reply. So if you are ready, let's begin. So if you are ready, let's begin. So are you ready?
Absolutely, I'm ready. I'm excited to dive into the topic of persistence and consistency with you. So go ahead and ask away.
Okay, so my first question is going to be, let me, yeah. So what is the true difference between persi- persistency
Uh,
and consistency?
Persistence is all about continuing to push forward despite challenges or setbacks, even when it gets tough. Consistency, on the other hand, is about maintaining a steady, reliable effort over time. So, while persistence helps you overcome obstacles, consistency helps you build steady progress.
Okay, so and then my this is actually a really great answer, and thank you for replying and explaining it to me. And now I would like to ask you my second question, and that is going to be persistency and consistency considered essential for success.
Absolutely. They are often considered essential for success. Persistence helps you navigate through difficulties and keeps you moving forward, while consistency helps you build habits and achieve steady progress. Together, they create a strong foundation for reaching your goals.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. Can you explain it a little more, like dive deep into it a little deep?
Of course. When we talk about persistence, it's really about that mental toughness to keep going even when you face obstacles or when progress feels slow. It's that determination that helps you push through tough times. Consistency, on the other hand, is about forming habits and routines that lead to long term growth. It's like showing up every day and putting in the work, even if it's small steps. When you combine both, you not only overcome hurdles, but also build a steady path to success.
Wow, that's actually really informative and interesting. And now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, can someone be persistent without being consistent?
That's a really interesting question. Yes, it is possible. Someone can be persistent in pushing through challenges and not give up. But if they're not consistent, they might be switching strategies or approaches too frequently. Consistency helps you build a reliable pattern of progress. So while persistence can get you through tough times, consistency is what helps you maintain steady growth. It's definitely a balance of both.
Oh, that's really great. And now I will like to ask you my next question, and that is going into be, how do persistence and consistency complement each other?
They complement each other really well. Persistence is like the driving force that keeps you going when things get tough, and consistency is the steady rhythm that keeps you on track. When you're persistent, you're more likely to overcome obstacles, and when you're consistent, you're building a stable path towards your goals. Together, they create a powerful dynamic that helps you achieve success in the long run.
Okay, can you explain a little more, like a bit more, and go in little more deep, if you don't mind?
Absolutely. So think of persistence as the fuel in a car. It keeps you moving forward, even when you hit bumps in the road or when things get challenging. Consistency, on the other hand, is like the steady speed that you maintain. It helps you keep a constant pace, making sure you're making progress every single day. When you're persistent, you won't give up, even if you face setbacks. And when you're consistent, you're building habits that lead to gradual and sustainable growth. Together, they create a synergy that really maximizes your chances of success.
Wow, it's really great. And now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, why do most people struggle to stay consistent even when they are persistent?
That's a really common challenge. One big reason is that staying consistent requires a lot of discipline and routine, which can be tough to maintain, especially when motivation wanes. Sometimes people get distracted by new ideas or they underestimate the time and effort it takes to build a habit. Also, life changes or unexpected obstacles can throw consistency off track. It's a combination of maintaining focus, managing time effectively, and sometimes just having a bit of patience with yourself.
Okay, so now I will like to ask you my next question, and please like give every answer 40 to 40 to 50 seconds, let a little deep answer so that I can understand more. And yeah, so now I will like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, how can persistence help in achieving long term goals?
Persistence is crucial for long-term goals because it helps you keep going even when progress feels slow or when you encounter obstacles. It's like a steady push that keeps you moving forward even when motivation dips. Over time, that persistence helps you build momentum and resilience. It also helps you stay focused on the bigger picture, making sure you don't get discouraged by short-term setbacks. Essentially, it's the driving force that keeps you on track until you reach your goals.
Wow. And now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, what are some examples of successful people who used persistence and consistency consistency in their success?
There are quite a few famous examples. For instance, Thomas Edison is a classic example. He faced thousands of failures before inventing the light bulb, but his persistence was key. Similarly, J.K. Rowling faced numerous rejections before her Harry Potter series was published. On the business side, someone like Elon Musk has shown both persistence and consistency in his ventures, like with Tesla and SpaceX. These individuals kept pushing forward and maintained a consistent effort over time, and ultimately led to their success.
Wow, it's really inspiring this people's story. And now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, how do athletes use persistence and consistency to reach peak performance?
Athletes definitely rely heavily on both persistence and consistency. Consistency shows up in their training routines, making sure they practice regularly and refine their skills day in and day out. Persistence comes into play when they face setbacks like injuries or tough competitions. They keep pushing through those challenges, not giving up on their goals. The combination of a steady training schedule and the determination to overcome obstacles is what really helps them achieve peak performance.
Oh, actually, it's really great to hear this from you. And now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, how does stress contribute to personal growth and self-discipline?
Stress can actually be a powerful catalyst for personal growth and self discipline. When we face stressful situations, we're often pushed out of our comfort zones, which helps us build resilience and problem solving skills. Overcoming these challenges teaches us how to manage our emotions and stay focused. It also encourages self discipline because we learn to manage our time and energy more effectively to cope with stress in the long run. This can lead to greater confidence and a stronger sense of self.
Oh, thank
I'm glad you
you.
found that helpful. Stress can definitely be a great teacher in disguise. If you have any more questions or want to,
Yes, I do have more questions. And now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, in what ways do persistence and consistency in influence career success?
persistence and consistency influence success in a variety of ways. Persistence helps you overcome obstacles and stay committed to your goals even when things get tough. It builds resilience and helps you maintain momentum. Consistency, on the other hand, ensures that your efforts are steady and reliable, leading to gradual and sustainable progress. Together, they help you build good habits, stay focused, and ultimately achieve long term success in any area of life.
Wow, that's actually really great. Have been wondering, like, for so many time, how did these people became so successful, and you explained it to me. And now I will question.
I'm so glad you found it helpful. It's always inspiring to see how persistence and consistency play such a big role in success stories. If you have any more questions or any more insights, just let me
Yes,
know.
yes, I do have some more questions, and now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is gonna be, how can someone develop persistence when facing repeated failure?
Developing persistence in the face of repeated failure is definitely a journey, but it's possible. One way is to reframe failure as a learning opportunity rather than a setback. Celebrate the small wins and progress along the way. Setting realistic goals and breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps can also help maintain motivation. Surrounding yourself with a supportive environment and seeking feedback can also strengthen your resilience. Over time, these habits help build a persistent mindset.
Wow, that's actually really great. And now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, yeah, and that is gonna be, what role does mindset play in staying consistent?
Mindset plays a huge role in consistency. A growth mindset, for example, helps you see challenges as opportunities to learn rather than obstacles. This perspective makes it easier to stay consistent because you're more willing to put in the effort even when progress is slow. On the other hand, a fixed mindset can make it easier to get discouraged. Cultivating a mindset that values progress, embraces learning, and remains adaptable can make it much easier to stay consistent over the long haul.
Wow, that's actually really interesting. And now I would like to ask you my next question. And please give the answers a bit little more long. And now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, how can one maintain consistency during difficult or uninspiring times?
Maintaining consistency during challenging or less inspiring times can definitely be tough, but it's possible with a few strategies. One approach is to focus on the bigger picture and remind yourself of the long-term goals and why they matter to you. Breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable steps can make them feel less overwhelming. Creating a routine and sticking to it, even when you don't feel motivated, helps build momentum. It can also be helpful to find small ways to reward yourself along and to seek support from others, whether it's a friend, mentor, or a community. Over time, these habits help you pursue those cajones and stay consistent.
Let's go on, George.
All right. If you ever have more questions or just want to chat, I'm always here. Have a wonderful day.
I do still have more questions, and they are so my next question is, is it possible to be too persistent, and if so, when does it become harmful?
That's a thoughtful question. Yes, it is possible to be overly persistent. When persistence becomes harmful is when it leads to ignoring signs that a particular path isn't working or when it causes you to neglect your well-being. It can become an issue if you're sticking to a plan that no longer serves you or if it leads to burnout. So it's important to balance persistence with flexibility, being open to adjusting for approach when necessary. It's all about being persistent.
Uh, yeah, continue.
Absolutely. Another key aspect is being self-aware and knowing when to pivot. Sometimes what we need is to reassess our goals or strategies rather than pushing through. It's also important to listen to feedback, take breaks when needed, and prioritize your mental and physical health. That way, persistence remains a positive force in your journey.
So now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, how does emotional resilience contact persistence and consistency?
Emotional resilience is like the foundation that supports persistence and consistency. It helps you bounce back from setbacks and stay motivated even when emotions run high. When you're emotionally resilient, you're better able to handle stress and maintain a positive outlook, which in turn helps you stay consistent with your efforts. It also allows you to persevere through challenges without getting overwhelmed by negative emotions. Essentially, the stronger your emotional resilience, the easier it is to stay on track and keep moving forward.
Okay, so now I would like to ask you my next question, and that is going to be, yeah, that is gonna be, how do persistence and consistency shape habits over time?
Persistence and consistency are the dynamic duo that really shape habits over time. Consistency is what helps reinforce a behavior by making it a regular part of your routine, and persistence ensures that you keep going even when it gets challenging. Over time, this combination helps to solidify these behaviors until they become second nature. The more consistently you practice a habit and the more persistent you are in sticking with it, the more it becomes ingrained in your daily life. It's like building a strong positive framework that just becomes part of who you are.
Okay, thank you so much for being here with me and explaining to me. You really did this up, like did a good job. And thank you for watching. This was my call, Annie. Hope you liked it. See you in the next call, Annie. Bye bye.